Don't do this!
Now, finally, I am free of you!
He said it was like looking in a mirror. That power, that pain, that's where Savitar comes from loss.
You know what I saw when I looked into that man's eyes? A deeply wounded soul. I saw the same thing in you the night your mother was killed.
What am I gonna have to become to stop him?
Didn't see that coming. There are only 4 rules you need to remember. Make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
See, that's the thing about time travel. The more you do it, the less the rules apply to you.
I really don't think you should be spying on me, Cisco.
Is it spying if we're friends?
You trusted me and I let you down.
You were my son once. Please, Barry.
That's not my name!
Savitar needs something from you. Once he's done with that, it's over for him. I only need for Iris to die so that you are driven so far into the dark that I can be born.
And now we're all in trouble because I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Oh, it's all coming together in the worst way.
Now the moment is upon us.
Here we go.
Bye, bye, bye.
You kill me, you become me. Either way!
You lose, Barry.
Holy crap, everyone. You kill me, you become me. This is a total surprise. This is basically the finale trailer for like the rest of the episodes of The Flash that the other shows have already dropped. So Arrow released all that Suicide Squad stuff. This is just teasing a whole bunch of what's going on about Savitar. It reveals a whole bunch of details. So there's a new round of the Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. Let's just go through this shot by shot. You start out with flashbacks to Savitar killing Iris and Barry realizing what his plan is. So it sounds like Savitar finally tells him after they have this big fight here, he figures it out. He comes from a time when he wasn't able to rebound from losing the people that he loved. So you remember like the end of season 2, Barry just like couldn't handle it. Savitar experienced moments like that, losing the people that he loved. He even has like his hand on Iris here. So it sounds like he knew a version of Iris, lost them, and then went completely crazy. And as he narrates later in the trailer, the more you time travel, the less the rules apply to you. So there is a bit of explaining to do when it comes to Speed Force wormhole aliens, the Black Flash, the time rates, but it just implies that he's the darkest timeline version of Barry. So when he says that the rules of time don't apply to him, the same way that Zoom did because he was creating time remnants, is that what probably happened with the Philosopher's Stone is that he was just jumping all over time and space, and that's how he became the first speedster, and how Jay Garrick learned about the myth of Savitar, because technically in this universe, Jay Garrick would be the oldest speedster that we've met so far. So then you learn a little bit about what he's trying to do to stop him in the next couple of episodes. We see Captain Cold. You see him sitting here in the time vault, staring at the Reverse Flash's suit like, oh my god, how am I going to solve this? Like, he's looking at all of his options. Is he going to try and invoke the Reverse Flash? That would definitely be the measure of last resort, but I don't necessarily think that that's how he's coming back. I'll just say spoilers for Legends of Tomorrow. So what happened on that show, the Reverse Flash was a big character that season, but it was the post-season 2 version who went through Flashpoint with Barry. But because of all the stuff that they did killing Eddie in the first season, he became a time remnant, so the Black Flash was after him. They wrapped that story arc up, so it's almost like he's on ice now. There is no version of the Reverse Flash that we know of, but I have a couple ideas for how they can bring him back, and one of them is for Barry to take action, but I'll do a separate video about that. But I would be very surprised if we see Reverse Flash in these next couple of episodes beyond this costume here. This is just a way of invoking him without bringing him on screen. I love the Captain Cold entrance. Didn't see that coming. So this version of Captain Cold, also because of Legends of Tomorrow Season 1 stuff, technically died, but he's alive in the past. But because they keep talking about time travel breaking rules, maybe Barry breaks some time travel rules and that's how they bring Captain Cold to the present, because in present day he should still be dead. I know it sounds confusing. When we get to that episode, I'll do a bigger explainer for how it works, because a lot of it'll just depend on the twist that the TV writers go with. You see Joe and Iris trying to shoot Savitar here in the speed gun room. Maybe he tries to jump to another universe. The way Jay Garrick talked about him is that he went all over the place, challenging different versions of the Flash once they got powerful enough. So that makes me wonder if when he says that he's trying to get Barry to become him, like through the tragedy of losing Iris, if he's tried to do that to other versions of Barry that are the Flash across the multiverse. But this is so much fun. I love the heist aspect of this Captain Cold episode they're teasing here. This might be a plans for Argus because then you see them looking like they're going to try and break King Shark out in this cell here. You always wondered when he was going to come back. So either this is a very elaborate joke that they're not going to pay off, or he's going to be an important part of how they try to fight Savitar in episode 22. But I love the Lila Arrow crossover. Is it spying if we're friends? You see Tracy Brand here continuing to work on this prison for Savitar. I love the way that he jumps into his costume too. This is sort of like the Uber version of the Flash ring. The costume opens up, he jumps into it midair. See, that's the plan. Make the plan, watch the plan go off the rails, then change the plan on the fly. And who else is picking up on this weird sexual energy that's going on in this moment right here? So if you're a big fan of that kind of thing, it looks like they're throwing you a bone here. I just think it's really funny when they do things like this. You're like, okay, there's very clearly something else that's going on in this scene here. Cisco has that hat tip though that Savitar only wants one thing from you. Once he gets it, he's done with you. So it looks like he turns on Killer Frost too. He starts to alienate everyone. So I do like the idea that even though she's kind of on the outs right now, she'll slowly come back around. Even if she's going to be evil in season 4, she'll still have a Captain Cold type relationship with the team. Still a villain, one of the best Flash rogues in the comics, but still is able to make bargains with the Flash, work with him, be next to him without trying to kill him. HR says something about not keeping his mouth shut, so it just looks like Savitar finds a way around all the plans that Barry's making to stop him until we get to the finale, pushing everyone towards these inevitable conclusions until Barry has to find some measure of last resort. You even get a version of this Cisco Killer Frost moment playing out, even though you think that you've avoided it because they already had that fight in last week's episode. That Cisco narration, oh my god, it's all coming together. That's from another scene, but it works so appropriately when you see them step into that snowy arena where he lost his hands. So it's like saying that even though they've learned Savitar's secret, which the future version of Barry that we've seen before, this version of Team Flash has way more information. It's still not helping them. The future is still playing out the same way that it played before, just in slightly different ways. So you get a better shot of Barry with the suit hanging up next to him. That's actually this behind the scenes. We finally learned what this is from. Then we get another moment at Iris's death from a different vantage point. This is just Joe. Remember, we have seen this scene from Barry's perspective several times. We've seen it from Wally's perspective when Cisco took him to the future. There's still a couple of other people that were there when that happened that we haven't seen yet. And then you get that final moment, you kill me, you become me. So I like this confirmation here. No matter what Barry does, he still becomes Savitar. There is no way to defeat him, which is kind of a trick question because yes, there's always a way to get rid of the villain problem, but it's not like previous seasons where you can just kill someone and get rid of the problem. You can't use another time remnant. The future version of Barry that we talked to already said that he tried that, didn't work. So if you want to take the Deus Ex Machina route, the Speed Force is really where you get into things. What they've done this season is sort of broaden the mythology of what the Speed Force is, how it works. The Tracy Brand character is studying it, so I think that's going to continue to be a big thing in season 4. But it sounds like the only way to get rid of Savitar is for Barry to go into the Speed Force prison himself. So let me know in the comments, if Barry can't kill Savitar, how do you think that he's going to get rid of him? It's definitely going to have something to do with him going into the Speed Force himself. But there was a whole bunch of trailers that I just posted. There's going to be new Flash tomorrow too. I have my Guardians of the Galaxy Easter eggs and I have new Defenders, so I'll try to post that stuff as fast as possible. While you wait for that, click here for all those trailers from last night, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man Homecoming, and you can click here for more brand new Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.